Tell us what you got.
Yeah. Welcome in to Colby Sapp's Mystery Shotgun. I am your host, Colby Sapp, along with Pod Racer Tim. Let's get into a little bit of this Marvel news that's... Should I pay? You know what? I want to make you wait on the tease.
Ooh.
I want to make you wait.
Spider-Man?
The Spider-Man has to wait. And actually, Marvel wait just a second, because those folks over at, that place that gives us the Pirates of the Caribbean, are talking reboot. Hold on before you sigh too much. They're bringing back Jerry Bruckheimer.
He was involved in the first go-around?
Yep.
Okay.
And he's in talks to bring back...
Don't say it.
Johnny Depp.
Well, then it's not a real reboot.
That's my point. I don't think these people know what a reboot is.
It's just a continuation, right? It's just more.
They're just going to do another one.
Okay, don't call it a freaking reboot then.
Because I literally saw in the report is like Pirates reboot, and I was like, oh dear. And I'm thinking, well, they have to have somebody play Jack Sparrow, right? Because that's your whole Pirates movie, right?
And you know what? If I was given a day, I could probably find 10 suitable replacements for Johnny Depp. Like at this point.
At this point, maybe, but they still won't be Johnny Depp's Jack Sparrow.
They won't be Keith Richards, which is what he freaking based that character on.
And I loved it.
No, it was great.
I loved it.
And I'm in no way bashing the movie series or him or any of it. I thought they were all great. They wore a little thin towards the end.
Well, because the one came out every 2 years.
Yes.
But still, I mean, they come on the TV now, and I'm like, yeah, let's go.
See, like the first two I will watch if they're on TV. I just don't care about the other. What was At World's End? I think that's the last one I really gave a crap about, or whatever number that was in the series.
I don't remember their titles. I just know either. If it's a Pirates movie on, I'll watch it.
Good.
I'll watch it.
And that's okay. Yeah, they weren't bad.
So the folks over there at leading the Pirates of the Caribbean reboot, again, don't know what the word reboot means. So there's that. In other news, I keep hearing that Taylor Swift is in talks with the MCU. I also keep hearing that she is not going to be Dazzler. Dazzler, Tim, you don't know this, but Dazzler is a mutant that's also a pop star in the world of the MCU. Right? So she's a superhero that's also a singer on stage.
Okay, that kind of sounds like it fits Taylor Swift then.
It does. But they keep telling me that Taylor Swift will not be playing Dazzler.
Would you like a picture of Dazzler on the screen while you're discussing Dazzler? Because I certainly had to go look. I thought Dazzlers were those licorice string candies.
Twizzlers.
Oh, well, there you go. Here's your Dazzler. She's got bigger boobs than Taylor Swift.
Well, they can fix that in editing.
Dude, I would like to see Taylor Swift with bigger boobs. I might listen to her music then.
So, which then, of course, then you end up with what? A Travis Kelce nod in a Marvel movie?
Please no. They'll be broken up by then.
No, I think they're getting married, dude.
Well, they'll still be broken up.
Okay. Well, because,
marriages don't last.
So, yeah. So if you're sick and tired of Taylor Swift going everywhere and being everywhere, well, comic book nerds, you're now not safe, because it looks like she's showing up in Marvel and not as Dazzler.
Well, I mean,
again,
what other role do you think she would be fit for, or whatever?
I don't think she's not going. It's just everybody. There's too many people telling me that she's not Dazzler. That makes me go, wait, I didn't even ask.
Maybe she is Dazzler.
I'm thinking she is Dazzler.
If she's not, then they're missing a huge opportunity, right?
They are. But again, they keep telling me, no, she is not that. Then why is she there? at all. Unless you're just going to have her be in, then we'll find out this weekend. You'll just have her be in the Deadpool Wolverine movie, and she just shows up as Taylor Swift. That's what
A
this
cameo.
whole thing is about. Which I don't put it back past that movie.
No, you know what would happen if she was in the Taylor Swift movie, or in the Deadpool movie as Taylor Swift? They should kill her.
They're not going to do that.
How great would that be, though, dude? Can you imagine the public support for that movie if somehow she's playing herself and she dies in the movie?
Public support, that movie would die.
I would watch it. I would watch it over and over again.
That movie would
Why?
Die.
Do you know how many people hate her guts?
Do you know how many people are not in control of the money flowing out of here, but all the Swifties are?
No, there's way more people that hate her than like her.
Dude, all you got to do is just you want to be president? Get Taylor Swift to say she wants you to be president. You'll be president.
Gross. All right, I'll say it.
So
somebody's got to be president, Colby.
There you go.
Oh.
Real quick, X-Men 97 ended the way I told you it was going to end. For those that weren't around when I was telling you that you're going to end up seeing Apocalypse at the end. There was Apocalypse. So, spoiler alert.
Oh, it's over? The series is over?
No, the season's over.
Oh, the season's over. Okay.
In fact, it's so
I haven't watched it.
It's so popular and so hitting so hard that they're expediting season 2. They're going to spit that out really fast.
Is the quality going to suffer then, you think?
I don't think so.
Or do you think the scripts are already written and it's just a production thing?
Bo DeMayo, who was the guy that was in charge of writing the whole thing, had
I love his condiment.
Season 1 already written, and then season 2 already written, and a skeleton of season 3.
So season 2 is what we're rushing into.
Yes.
So it's just a production thing.
It's just getting it done.
What if they did the animation as Bob's Burgers animation?
No, get lost.
I mean, it's probably quicker.
So I'm going to go ahead and tell you what to expect because there was two things that happened during the season. Sorry, Tim.
That's okay. I don't mind spoilers. I'll still watch it.
One of them was the untimely passing and heroic death of Gambit. The other was the removing of the adamantium from Wolverine, which I'm going to tell you what's going to happen in season 2 without reading the script or anything along that lines, what I expect to see. Number 1, we get our first look in animated form or basically anything on a TV form of your Savage Wolverine, because that's what happens when his adamantium gets removed. Because the adamantium is also like, he's got a constant.
It's in his blood, right?
Yeah, it's on his skeleton.
Right.
It's like fused to it, right? And so because of that, his healing factor is always on because it's slowly killing him, but his healing factor is bringing him back, which eventually in Logan, that's what ends up causing all the other problems, right?
Right.
So without it, his healing factor is no longer on and the rest of his mutant abilities kick in, creating basically, how like Incredible Hulk's like, me no, and he's just savagely thinking and whatever. That's what Wolverine's like. And he's also more of a killer and more dangerous without his adamantium.
Huh.
So you'll get to see that.
But he's mortal, right?
I mean, he's mortal, but his healing factor, it's really hard to hurt him. The only thing he's missing is, like, if you lock him in a cage, he can't just rip out his claws and just saw it out, right? That's the only thing that's really missing, but good luck getting that guy in a cage. The second thing that you'll see is that they'll bring Gambit back, along with Wolverine giving his adamantium back, because Apocalypse is going to make those two part of his horsemen. His horsemen of doom. It's Apocalypse's horsemen. That's the 4 horsemen are with him.
Right.
So I imagine one of them will be War and one of them will be Death. You can flip-flop who's going to be that, but Death will probably be Gambit since he passed. And then War will probably be Wolverine. And that's what we're going to see in season 2. Season 3 might end up focusing on, because we already kind of had the mind meld between Magneto and Professor X, kind of looking for Onslaught to show up. So that's kind of what I'm thinking is happening with X-Men 97, but we'll find out faster than we thought we were, because of their expediting that series. Finally, you can go ahead and hit the breaking news sounder if you'd like.
Dun, 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 dun.
Awooga. Spider-Man 4, the Holland Spider-Man 4, is going to I told you that Sony really wants all the Spider-Men to show up again. But another thing I know showing up, and it may be the trade-off between not Andrew and Toby showing up, but I think they are. You're going to have Venom show up.
Yes.
Next question that's going to be asked is it the Tom Hardy Venom? No one's saying that it's the Tom Hardy Venom.
Who else would be Venom?
I remember.
Or Eddie, whatever.
Remember, that Eddie is in a different universe
than
the Holland Spider-Man. That Venom is in the Andrew Garfield Spider universe.
Okay, I probably didn't know that.
Yes.
Well, everybody crosses universes now, though.
Right, during the multiverse saga. But
right.
He went back to his universe. Hardy did.
Okay.
He did leave part of the Venom symbiote.
Right.
In the end of that cutscene, which initially attaches itself to Spider-Man first and then moves on to Eddie Brock in the original storyline.
Mm-hmm.
So you might have somebody else later on down the road playing Eddie Brock for the MCU. Or it could be Hardy switching over. I have heard that the new Venom coming out will involve Spider-Man in some way, shape, or form. And I think that's your Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. But there you go. Venom will be introduced into the MCU officially as being a part of the black-suited Spider-Man, which, by the way, Secret Wars is coming up. And during that, in the comic books, Spider-Man has his symbiote. He's got the Venom costume on. So
always confused me.
So there you go. There's the news. Venom, Spider-Man 4. Thus the tease of Spider-Man 4 is going to do Spider-Man 3, which Maguire's Spider-Man 3 had a really shitty Venom in it. So there you go.
So who was, refresh my memory, because obviously I watched it, but the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man's by far my least favorite.
Okay.
And I don't remember any of those movies except probably the first one that he was in. So who played Venom in his series?
That stupid shit from that 70s show.
Oh, Topher Grace?
Yes.
That's right. Okay.
Spider-Man 1 and 2 were amazing. I just didn't like 3 because of Topher Grace. Especially for the time and what was going on. Yeah. And I love Sam Raimi movies anyway, and both of those are Sam Raimi movies.
Right.
I really did like those. And for the Spider-Man that we had, Toby did great.
Yeah.
Just didn't know. Then they had Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. I was like, oh my God. But then he only got 2 movies.
He's my favorite out of the trio.
Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
Holland's running up there on the board a little bit for me.
I just don't like Tom Holland.
But it's still Andrew Garfield for me as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow, we agree on something comic book wise.
So
world's coming to an end.
Just like the snarkiness of that character. So So there you are.
And even in the movie they were all in together, I liked Andrew Garfield all together with them, I think the most. Although I will say Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker in that setting, because he was the oldest one, right? And kind of the most, I guess, laid back of the 3, the most mature of the 3. Like I dug that for him.
I also love the things they did that were like talking about like they have web shooters and he's like, you can't just do this.
Yeah, you can't do this.
What's going on?
Which is kind of cool that they're just not all the same, right? Like
I love how they explained, just the movie differences and
Yeah.
what's going on. And well, I had my Gwen, and they're like,
Yeah.
MJ, and then stuff like just that stuff.
No, it was done really, really well to put it all together. Like that's probably other than the Into the Spider-Verse, the animated series of movies. That's probably my favorite live action Spider-Man movie.
It's a lot of people's favorite MCU movie.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, I can see that. I still like the first Thor.
Second, you like Ragnarok, right?
I like Ragnarok too. But nobody liked Ragnarok, right? Am I the only one?
No, everybody. That was the greatest. That was like it ranks where it's like Civil War, Thor, Ragnarok, the end of the Infinity Saga.
Right. The original Captain America is up there for me. The original Avengers is up there with me.
Oh yeah.
And the first Wonder Woman.
Okay, going to DC.
Yeah. The original. I'm just doing comic books, and the original one, like all the other Wonder Woman suck. But no, for MCU, it's the original Avengers. It's the original Thor. I did like Ragnarok. Ragnarok. But and then the original Captain America. To me, the rest of them are just kind of like gravy.
I've asked you this before, and I've told you to watch it. Speaking of great all-time comic book movies, did you ever watch Dredd? It's still available on Hulu, by the way.
Not Judge Dredd.
Not Judge Dredd. Dredd.
And that was Carl Urban?
Yes.
Okay, no, I have not.
You need to.
Is that an MCU movie?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's not an MCU movie.
All right.
It's who made those comics? At any rate, it's like based on like a UK comic.
Okay.
That I loved. It was so dark, but the movie is done so well.
That did better than the Sylvester Stallone Judge Dredd?
Yes.
Judge Joseph Dredd is a fictional character created by writer John Wagner and artist Chris Ezquerra. He first appeared in the second issue of 2000 AD, which is a British weekly anthology comic.
Right.
Okay. So, no, I mean, again, when Judge Dredd came out, I had no idea it was a comic book. I never know any of these things are comic book movies, right? I either enjoy them or I don't. But okay, so here's your homework. You got to remind me for the big album.
Uh-huh.
And then you got to remind me to watch Dredd, because I'll watch it this week.
All right. I will do
and I'll review both of them on Monday.
Cool.
If you will watch Raising Arizona.
I've got too much anime to watch.
One of these days, I'm going to get you to watch Raising Arizona. No, because I want to watch it in the studio live with you with a bottle of Jameson.
I'm going to be so bored.
You know what? Then you can be bored on the air. That's great. That would also be funny if you were just sitting there bored, had no idea what was going on. By the way, Holly Hunter is in it, and she was fine.
Holly Hunter is fine.
She's hot. Holly Hunter. Anyway, there you go.
There you are. There's your mystery shotgun. Coming up next, we're probably going to talk a lot more about the Stars and the Mavericks. Try and get into a little bit of that as we're made it past the first period, and also news and notes. It's all coming up on the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim Show.